June of 1950, the United States rushed to the aid of the Republic of South Korea after they came under attack from the communist North Korea. Many thousands of American men and women were called to active duty to assist in the effort, barely 5 years after the conclusion of World War II. Although in the beginning it was called a police action, the war would eventually call for over 1.5 million Americans to serve during the course of the conflict. Before an armistice was signed in July of 1953, the lives of nearly 37,000 American service members, 3,100 United Nations soldiers, and 47,000 Republic of South Korean soldiers were lost. An additional 103,000 Americans were wounded, and over 8,000 are still listed missing in action. Of those who lost their lives, over 900 were from the great state of Missouri, and over 100 were from the Kansas City area. Lastly, over 1 million Korean civilians lost their lives.
As a Marine, I had the honor and the privilege of serving our country overseas, although not in a combat zone. However, like so many others who have left this country to land in a foreign country and serve abroad, I'll never forget what it was like to actually be in another country and away from home. And like millions of others who have worn the uniform of our country, you who served in Korea were called upon to take up arms to defend people you'd never even met, didn't know. It's a great tradition of our nation. It's unique among great powers, of which we are certainly and clearly the greatest. We go to defend the defenseless. We rush in when others run away. We put our lives on the line when it matters most. In Korea, it mattered a great deal, and you put your lives on the line to help the folks of South Korea.
On behalf of the leadership of the Department of Defense and the entire staff of the Department of Defense's 60th anniversary of the Korean War Commemoration Committee, thank you for your generous invitation to be part of today's program. It is humbling to stand here today and be among so many distinguished veterans. Your experiences, your sacrifices, and your accomplishments make you eminently more qualified than I to understand the significance of this occasion. Today you are receiving recognition that you richly deserve, that is owed to you by your country and your fellow citizens, honors that you paid for in full decades ago in a far-off foreign land.